Did you guys hear of the school teacher that was stabbed to death in his own home while watching a football match? This incident is very shocking and it's sending a lot of shockwave all across Sierra Leone. And from what we know, it was said that on the 11th of March 2023, the SS3 student by the name of Mohammed Conte paid a visit to his school teacher, Mr. Gillis Ola Johnson, who was in his house sitting down and watching the Chelsea football match. But it was not unusual for Mohammed to visit his teacher. According to neighbors who saw him the day he came into the compound, they said it was a normal thing for him, that he usually comes to see the teacher and he was like some kind of mentee to the teacher, more like a lesson teacher as we call it over here. So clearly many people thought that this boy was going for a private lesson, a private tutor, a private class. However, it turned out that Mohammed Conte had a different motive this time around. It's not clear what really happened, but Mr. Johnson was in his house all by himself. It's not stated if he's married with kids, but I had seen a video of his son recounting the story. But I want to believe the son do not live with him, because as at the time of the murder incident, Mr. Johnson was home alone. And so when Mohammed entered the apartment of Mr. Johnson, I want to assume Mr. Johnson also did not find it unusual. What he probably did not know was the intention that this boy had this time around. And from what was said, Conte began locking the doors, both the front door and the back door. And when he went to the back door through the kitchen, he picked up a knife, and that was how he attacked Mr. Johnson. And as if the knife wasn't enough, it was said he also used sharp objects like a pen, pencil, and another biro, literally mauling this man to death. Although some sources said that he sneaked into the house, some sources also said that, he also had company with him when he did it. But from the interviews that I've been hearing, from the neighbors speaking and, people talking, it seemed like Mohammed may have done this all by himself. Eventually, after he did it, they said he himself went to report to the police. It's not clear, but some sources did claim that he took himself to the police. Some other sources said that the police were quick to find him and he was arrested, and he confessed to doing the deeds. And when asked for the reason why he killed his teacher, it was said that because his teacher gave him some kind of punishment the day before at school. And that was why he did what he did. Although there was a particular source that claimed that the reason why Mohammed killed his teacher, Mr. Johnson, was because Mr. Johnson told his parents that he wasn't taking his studies seriously, and his parents scolded him at home, and he just came back to get back at the man. But the police in Sierra Leone are taking this matter up. They are trying to investigate it. They did claim that they saw a vest and a shirt in the scene that did not belong to Mr. Johnson, nor did it belong to Mohammed Conte. And so they are assuming that he probably had help. But I don't know who would come and help him and then drop their clothes there. I actually do feel that maybe those clothes belongs to Conte himself. Probably he had to change into something else after killing this man, because when you're going to use sharp objects, blood will spill, and I don't think he would want to walk around the streets with blood. So I'm assuming the clothes the police saw on the scene were that of the killer himself, who had to change into something else in order to leave the compound without raising eyebrows, I guess. But if they do feel that somebody else was there, it would be interesting to know who else and why they joined to kill this man. Mr. Johnson was pretty elderly, not like very aged, but older, and clearly Conte is a younger, vibrant boy, and I can see how he could have overpowered this man, especially if the man did not know that he was going to be attacked. I'm pretty sure if he did, he may have put up a fight. And I don't think he sneaked in. Clearly, according to the neighbors and the compound, and according to Mr. Johnson's son, it was not unusual for Conte to come to the house. So maybe he just thought that, okay, this boy came to visit me, all right, and he just sat there watching the match, thinking the boy is going to watch with him. Next thing he knows, the boy turns into a beast. It's just an unfortunate student. This is a boy that is being said to be graduating in a year's time. He's in his final year in secondary school, and he's preparing for his final exams. I don't understand why he would want to risk it all just to get back at this man. In my mind, I feel that maybe him flunking in his studies and realizing that he might not, or he had the impression in mind that he might, or he had failed in life or something, was kind of something that probably threw him off the edge to literally throw his entire life away. Because I'm sure he knows the consequences or the repercussions for taking someone's life. I'm sure he knew that before he did the act. And seeing that sources claim that he took himself to the police, it's also possible that he wasn't planning on getting away with it. So clearly this looked like a boy who was fed up about something and just wanted to risk it all and did not mind what he had to lose, but he would have to hurt this man for some weird reason. Looking and hearing the story, I don't believe that the reason why Conte killed this man was because he punished him in school or was because he told his parents that he was failing in his studies. That reason feels a little filmy to me. I'm sorry. If that is the reason why this boy did this, then he's a psycho. He's sick. And if he's not a psycho, then there is a chance that there could be more things that might have been done to him that he felt the need to lash out like this. I'm not going to speculate or insinuate, but usually when students go this extreme mile, it does feel like probably might be years or series of abuses. And I'm not specific on the kind of abuse. It could also be probably the caning and the flogging and the punishing and the excessive insults of, you're failing, you're not good, you won't pass, you won't make it. Teachers are fond of doing that back then, if I have to think back. If I have to think about any reason why I might want to go or get back at a teacher, it's probably because of the caning, the flogging, the hurtful words, the fact that they become really hostile, and teachers also can really get in the nerves of students. So I'm wondering what Mr. Johnson must have said or done to this boy to the point that he had to harbor this thought. Because the method in which Mohammed ended the life of Mr. Johnson was very personal and very brutal. Honestly, the pictures, the details, when I saw the pictures, I could not even look at it. It shows that this boy was hurt, this boy was pained. It seemed like some kind of revenge. This is the only method, the only way, or the popular method, or the popular reason we see people kill someone like this is usually out of revenge, usually out of anger, usually out of frustration. And I can't imagine what may have frustrated this boy. I really can't. I do hope the police question him a little more, and he most likely or should hopefully give details, and maybe people or teachers or students can learn from this. Because yes, some students or some young people can be pushed to the edge to the point that they commit the worst crimes. And if that's not the case, then there's a chance that this boy might just be a psycho. And that is what I believe, that he's a psycho. Because in the end, no matter what a teacher did to you, the way Mr. Johnson was killed by this boy shows that this boy has no soul or has no heart. It's just if you wanted to get back at your teacher, there are other things you could do. Break the car, break his windows, set him up. But the way he did this killing was a little crazy and psychology. I just can't place my hands on it. But you guys let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts regarding this story. And do you think that the reason he gave is reasonable? And just to remind you, he did say, or it was said, that the reason why Mohammed killed his teacher was because his teacher punished him a day before in the school, or the teacher told his parents that he reported him to his parents. Do you think that is a reason for this gruesomeness? I don't know, and I don't think so. But let me know what you think in the comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Should there be any future updates, you'll be the first to get notified. Thank you.